With scouting starting to wrap up and hunting season right around the corner, I thought I'd do a video comparing various kinds of shotgun slugs. All these slugs are the exact same price, are the exact same size, and almost the exact same weight, other than one, which is 7/8 rather than a pure 1-ounce slug. They'll all be shot out of the same gun, which is a Winchester Model 200 from the 60s. We'll be using bead sights, we'll be using rest, but not a bench rest. And one thing I tried to do was simulate the pace of what would be normal in hunting, meaning I acquire the target, I get the sight on the target, and then when it's a safe and ethical shot I feel like, I take it. We did all the testing at 20, 40, and 60 yards. And in the end, we will be doing the results based off of how close we could get to the center based off all three distances. So let's get shooting and see how this turned out. So now let's take a look at the rankings and see the final shots for each slug. So in 4th place was Winchester Super X. For whatever reason, this slug just did not work as well as I'd hoped it would, considering it's Winchester and the brand of the firearms also Winchester. It just seemed to shoot a little bit high, and even though the 60-yard shot was closer to where I'd want it to be, I just don't feel confident using this compared to the other options. Number 3, Remington. In terms of grouping, this would actually put it in 2nd place, but in terms of hitting dead center or hitting right where I wanted it to, that's where it ends up in the 3rd spot. But if you're looking for grouping and you have a scope or maybe a red dot, this might be a very good option for you. Number 2, Federal Power Shok. At 20 and 40 yards, Power Shok shot very close to center. 60, it did go higher than I would have liked it to. That's probably me more than the actual ammo. This is a very solid option, and I highly recommend that if you're in the market to check this stuff out. Depending on what you use and what kind of firearm you have, it might shoot even better than anything else on this list, and it's been around for quite some time. Number 1, Federal Truball. This shotgun slug destroyed the competition. It wasn't even close. Look at that group for 20, 40, and 60 yards. I feel extremely confident bringing this into the woods with me. For whatever reason, this combination of this shotgun and this ammo work very well together. And one last thing that makes Truball a nice option. Out of everything I shot, this was the softest shooting ammo. Oftentimes it touts on the box even that this is lower recoil, because instead of something around 16 to even 1800 feet per second, it's coming out closer to 1300 feet per second, meaning it's a less punishing round to shoot. So this is a great option, especially if you have someone that's a little bit recoil shy. I definitely recommend picking up a box of this and seeing how it works with your firearm. So there you have it. I think we have some fairly clear results from this test. Now, keep in mind, this is what works for my personal shotgun. And on top of that, I am human and I'm not perfect. I'm not a marksman. I'm not sitting at a bench rest. I'm doing my best to replicate what I'm going to be doing in the woods. For me personally, 60 yards is basically my limit. I just know that with bead sights, my eyesight, and my abilities, this is where I feel comfortable. So hopefully you found this useful. Best of luck to you this fall, shoot straight, and hopefully you knock something down.